Welcome to TSOA. The game whose players don't know what the abbreviation stands for. I bet even head developer has no idea. You know how popular Square games are, don't you? Remember Minecraft and Tetris, which were two of the most selling games in the whole world? Do not mind GTA 5 though, we do not talk about it in these places. But what if you add the word Square blue? That kind of game immediately becomes doomed to succeed, doesn't it? Just Shapes and Beats had literally just one freaking blue Square as MC, not including multiplayer experience, and that game boomed. Sub fanbase made Chisabi levels in Project Arrhythmia, whose videos were getting hundred thousands of views, and those are mostly mine. Coming back to TSOA, what potential has that bluish cube? A lot. Talking about fanbase around the world coming in that Discord server to support the dev, or extras. I've been speedrun them, only to be told right after that there's a freaking speed boost or something. Also, I finished it almost like in sub 2 minutes, so that's cool. But what I have not expected is that this franchise has some sort of deep lore. The full story is very long and complicated to explain. Are you challenging me? Complicated? Do not underestimate my power of understanding. I will search for the lore. I will find it.
And I will destroy you.
How did I get to know about this game? It all started already the best way it could. I was surfing YouTube, I think, and found one particular video, and one of the commenters linked his game Recreation based off this video. And, Who dares to enter my citadel? Foolish mortal, I'll have you regret that immediately. We shall duel. Tuba Archmage game thing. Believe it or not, it is a thing on YouTube. Great gameplay, outstanding graphics, and amazing soundtrack. The only way of interaction is to press space. Still the best game of all. There was a link to a Discord server where I met extrez, who immediately linked me his current project, TSOA Discord server. Now to get some starter pack information about the TSOA game series. Luckily there is literally a Discord text channel called TSOA Lore. What do we have here? So it turns out it was originally a school project in 2019, but got to the level of the whole franchise in January 15th, 2020. First name of it was TSOA, the Call of Escapation. MC, which we play with, is called Epic. Interesting name. In fact, there is a whole race of people called cybers. As the lore goes, cybers are very advanced computers with emotions and movement and such that look like little cubes. Wow, who's that little dude who speedrun the game? I wonder who that is. And we find at least 3 references to TSOA game series: TSOA Zero, TSOA Classic, and the currently developing game TSOA X. The best assisting tool for my lore research is going to be Milanote, not sponsored, but highly recommended by me. Let me just create TSOA Lore project, we'll start placing main facts on the board, such as Epic, yeah, that blue guy, all 3 main game names of the franchise. That little fact about almost naming it the Call of Escapation is going to become relevant very soon. And cyber race as a whole, which Epic is a part of. And that concludes our starting points. Now we will be collecting new information from the games themselves. TSOA X demo. The game where it all started for me. The easiest one to download, the latest one in the franchise, and still under development, so we'll be appreciating the demo version. We're greeted with the relaxing soundtrack of main menu. Oh, the memories, almost like I haven't played it since last year. Anyway, back to lore searching. Fortunately, we already see unique stylized storytelling cutscene.
In the year 30, war is declared between Eska and the Cybers, Epic, Cyp, Rankles and Emmy. With the entirety of space as Epic's new adventure, he begins a long trek to defeat Eska once and for all. Epic is informed that Eska is on the X-Star, a planet unknown to him. He begins his search.
So immediately we get a lot of information about global history of the world. We have the war going on, two sides of the conflict, Cybers and Eska. Weirdly, Eska might not be a Cyber at this point. Other three Cybers, Emmy, Runkles and Sype. Emmy is almost immediately the name of the pink Cyber, because obvious. Wait, do Cybers have gender? Anyway, names Runkles and Sype are shared between orange and red Cybers. Not enough information to determine who's who. And Eska, who lives on the X star. Eska also sounds like that escapation thing that might come into play. That's when the gameplay kicks in. First and only one zone in the demo is Earth, divided by segments. Gameplay provides us with moving, jumping, shooting, dashing, but that's not all. If you saw my speedrun, you know secret gameplay mechanics like wall jump, spike jump, shard jump, enemy jump, and even ceiling jump. Enemies here are just black moving canvas squares. I can relate to these characters. Also, there are plenty of red shards scattered along all segments, but they do nothing. I tried to pick all of them and nothing happened. I guess it's just a demo. Back to the lore. The fascinating thing is what happens to Epic while dashing or shooting. Some sort of corruption. It becomes partially black for that split moment. The next segment here is something of a laboratory. Strangely colored building. But before we get to the neat stuff, let's acknowledge all the facts we collected. So Epic might be corrupted by something, maybe even by Eska himself. We'll place shards on the table because... they're shiny after all. Not to forget first type of enemies who might be Eska soldiers, pretty likely but not confirmed yet. The lab itself is pretty weird. It is populated by some enemies, thus it might be Eska's outpost of some kind. And in the third segment the key lore character appears. Boss fight with the... purple guy? Not a big FNAF fan though. Anyway, his main mechanic is, and hear me out on this, shooting and jumping. Pretty neat, huh? We shoot him to death and after avoiding other black squares we get to the portal to get another piece of lore. Yikes, someone's mad. Wonder what got him so pressed. That tryharding was so unneeded.
He cannot list 5 children, no wonder he's insane.
Well, now that he's passed out, onto my usual track to the Vessel Realm. Then we're no better as a hero. Look at Epic's eyes when talking about someone you just killed. The guy might have deserved that, but not talking with such kitschy eyes. Back to the board we go. So, the purple guy might also be part of Eska's army, and in the monologue he mentioned about guy being mad because of something. That might be a nice detail. And Vessel Realm we're heading to. Have no idea what it might be or what it even implies. So after super epic boss fight we exit lab back to the outside world, entering almost last segment. Nowhere here except for... What the freak are those? You saying you have never had a co-op before? Oh my crunches. In changes to the guys, I cracked the lore. It is so obvious now. What? And what uses are these guys? Easter egg. Not everything in Saw has a really deep meaning. What the fuck? Oh yeah, no deep meaning you say. You think you're allowed to just say that these guys are simply here because you placed them there?
I will destroy you!
And the last segment contains no enemies, unique music and transparent background. You know that kind of background which you encountered while searching for the transparent images that are not actually transparent. What sort of Satan made this picture? I have a question. Is that a Vessel Realm? Its distinctive nature makes me suggest that it might as well be. Then at the end of the road we meet up with Solbeak. Hi Solbeak. Greetings Epic. Check out what I found here. What's it supposed to be? I think it's a rocket. Ooh, does it fly? I think it does. Wanna try it out? Space. Sure, let's get it. Alright. Whoa! Very convenient, what can I say? Let's assume it is in fact the Vessel Realm. It would imply that Epic is in another dimension. A little plot hole, how he got back to the real world flying off the planet after getting in the rocket and launching it in the Vessel Realm. Or did the carrying rocket all the way back to the real world part happen off screen? Or Vessel Realm is a physical place on the planet? Too many questions, but let's suggest it is the Vessel Realm where we were a second ago. There's also a new character appearing, Solbeak. Is he cyber or not? None of the information whatsoever. I hope that this storyline will be shared with us in other games. So that concludes TSOA X demo. Not much lore, but let's hope the full version will be filled with it. TSOA Classic. Very convenient that channel downloads on the Discord server contains TSOA Classic link. Version 239. Let's get it, baby! What? Bad node? No, you're a bad node! So it did not work for me because some node misbehaved. Even tried to use other Windows compatibility functions, but in vain. But hey, that's not over, because I remember that I found on the GameJolt TSOA Classic version. There was a guy who commented on TSOA Xdemo GameJolt page and asked for any sort of TSOA version, and extrez gave him Google Drive link. So let's get to that GameJolt, shall we? Wait, where's he?
What game equals here, dude?
Where's the other guy? Who are you? Traitor! Where's the guy asking for the version? Did extrez fully recreated the TSOA X page? Where is my classic that's not You think you outsmarted me, extrez, but in fact, I outsmarted your outsmarting. I'm gonna use browser history to find that Google Drive page of working classic version. Yes, I found it. It is even called version 240. I found your version from the future. Oh, it's still 239. Anyway, it freaking works. No bad notes here, mister. Let us start, shall we? Wait, so 240. Anyway, immediately into the action we go. We see Solbik. Cue more dialogue, I guess. Greetings, Ebik. It is me, Solbik. I will help you along your journey. The reason you're here is, well, technically you're not alive yet. We call this world the realm of vessel creation. Be careful, as the surfaces here are like ice. So much work here! Perfect. So it is the vessel realm, and Solbik is here to guide us? Interesting. And we're not alive? Firstly, vessel realm confirmed. But isn't that a place of every cyber's birth? About Solbik, we've only seen him located here. Is he some sort of guardian of that dimension? At least he's the one to guide Ebik at the start of his adventure. We will also suggest that Ebik is being born or created here and not as a respawn point of some sort and etc., as other assumptions won't give enough information in the future research. There are a lot of dead bodies of some sort. They're very similar to the model of Ebik. Is that him? Is he dead? What the freak does that mean? Let's get to the gameplay part of things. Now the corrupted double jump is presented to us, as well as our button sound. What it does is still a mystery. No shooting or dashing though. And also no... What? No spike and wall jumping? What am I for you? A casual non-cheating player? Where are my jumps? At least shard jump is partially present, but became very hard. Oh, and about this world being slippery, totally true. You have no idea how many attempts were made to collect all the shards, even the secret one. Yup, found it. And about shards, there are some black ones and the green icon thing. Again, don't know why and what implies, but hey, some diversity, I guess. Ooh, black guys over there. I miss those guys so much. But what are you doing in the vessel realm though? Healing green triangles are now actual hearts. And oh, hey Solbik. Impressive you made it this far. Once you enter that portal, your vessel will be created. Finally, I'm exiting this hell. Wait a second, it's also slippery, what the fuck? So let's get those shiny guys on the board. Black shards though, do they have something in common with red ones? Are they corrupted? And those dead bodies, or even empty vessels, they look like Ebik. But this one's Ebik at some point? Too many questions. Coming back to that loading screen between levels, the psych?
Your psych is your friend, but use it wisely.
Is it connected to that corruption thing? It must be psych, right? Not excluding the corruption idea though, they might be the same actual thing. In the second world I found a secret heart at the top, but nothing other than that. Along the way a purple heart was found, and at the end of the road I got acquainted with the... purple guy? You're the one who's being created to dare stop our king Eska. I will make sure you get your head handed to you. Is that a... Wow, it is like in a... Wait, 3 purple guys?
Eska Uni 001 and his cohorts block your path. Looking pretty outruled. How you gonna get out of this?
So we have 4 options, but fighting doesn't do much, healing is useless, talking is ineffective, and only psych, and more precisely the stun option, wins that battle, making them a little bit sleepy. And we get our sanity raised up. Is that relevant to plot somehow? Unfortunately, after that game stops working. I did everything to avoid that, but the power of infinite loading was too strong. Back to the board we go. We know Eska's status, he is a king. Purple guy said about him being their king, which confirms those two types of enemies to be his soldiers. By the way, Unit 001 and cohorts might be the same enemy type as the original purple guy from TSOA X. Sanity is a thing, I guess. It might be tied to Ebic's psychic abilities. The last crucial thing is the death mechanics.
Death is inevitable. Since your last vessel has perished, you will need to create another, but only at one cost. You will give the remaining soul of the vessel to me.
If we decline the deal, we just get endless silence, and if accepted, game restarts with only one difference: we cannot collect any shards whatsoever, which is a weird observation. The whole deal thing and death being inevitable might be just an Undertale reference, but can be somehow connected to Epic and dead bodies at the start. And that concludes TSOA Classic Lore. It gave us so much information that I'm not sure my theory ideas are true enough anymore, but we will see. TSOA 0. There is none of it. Literally could not find anything related. Until I did something illegal. But before we begin the last step of searching, I got some information about Sype and Runkle's name holders with the help of Dear Extras. So the red one is Sype and orange is Runkle's. Nice. So I got desperate, and at this point I tried to find any TSOA related stuff, and using Google search engine I found what I assumed was simply a demo. And immediately, what's on the left side? Were there some tweaks made? A moving platform? It wasn't here before. Invisible blocks? Hey, what's that crap all about? Are you trying to stop me? I'm a pro at this game, first try. What the? Cannons? Skip that shit, wall climbing it is. Yeah, very interesting. And that's all for... What? What the pixel is that? Sound testing. It wasn't here before. What the f***? Is that a base 64 stuff? What the? I'm gonna die? It's cold? Ah! Who are you? What the heck you have evolving for? So, I found some things. I was not planning to get to the underdevelopment stuff. I should not be here this soon. Let's imagine that we have not seen a bit of that and move on, because there is the way now. So we could join in such a thing as the Flawlab project was open to the public, I guess. And if I could access under development stuff, then I can totally access other projects. And that's what I did. Just tapping extras Flawlab apparently can lead me to extras out projects. I played every single of his games, including to Barkmage, which was my starting point. Before we get to lore-containing TSOA games, I want to appreciate some other beautiful works, such as Killing Time and Eternia. Those games have huge potential. Killing Time style is actually atmospheric. Eternia, totally looking like a TSOA game with other characters, has a very... How do I complete that level? Oh, wait. How did I get here? What the exit is doing over there? It is impossible to get... Would you look at that? Some blocks just appeared in my way. How lucky am I? Has a very unique gameplay. Wait, this game has a multiplayer? Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I know! Why did you...
Nice.
No, nice, very nice, yeah.
This game is...
What?
This game, favorite game of my...
Back to our lore-inducing projects. I found 4 worth playing. Quote-unquote TSOA is some kind of creepypasta thing. The Sype just gets to green blocks and... Well, is he also corrupted now? Nothing else on this level. A lucid dream game is technically stylized like usual TSOA level without any enemies or guides. You just feel alone. Is that about Ebic's loneliness in this world? Anyway, TSOA Encounter greets us with Epic Mechs. I thought that cybers are already computers, but these ones are more mechanical and soulless? Oh no, it's just a test thing. And the TSOA Zero. We finally found it. Excellent, and there is no war either. Looking back at the board, I've got two main theories of what's actually happening here. The main idea is built up by that soul-taking deal. Epic gave his soul to something or someone in return to the power of Psyche, the dark energy he desired. The curse is the cycle he's now inside of. Every death rewinds him back to the beginning. All dead bodies are failed attempts to beat the Dark King. No one knows about his curse, thus his suffering cannot be understood by others. His only escape is to defeat Eska. Maybe Eska is somehow related to the deal or even is a deal maker. The whole idea of death being inevitable refers to that endless loop of dying. Maybe we cannot really kill Eska because of the curse. Dead bodies prove that theory, including that perfect detail of falling dead body at the start of the game. That indicates our death seconds ago and the start of the next cycle. Eska is literally short for escape, or escapation even. Did he appear as a result of the deal? We may never know. Every cycle we agree to the deal again and again, although it might be an unrelevant gameplay element. Also, we assume that Epic was born at that place, which contradicts our theory, because why would anyone make a deal with the guy literally born seconds ago? It may be not the birthplace after all then. Finally, Sobik doesn't really care about the bodies and talks with us so innocently, which is very odd. Shards cannot be collected after accepting part is seemingly meaningless. Why do purple guys have that psych thing? And sanity mechanics feels not fully to the point. There is one character doing a lot behind the scenes. The one who actually is the main enemy of Eska. The one who's been guiding us the whole time. Sobik. If you think even a little about the meaning of Sobik's existence in this world, you'll get the idea. He only exists in the vessel realm. He can be just a guard of it or even guide for newborn souls, but I believe he's a god of creation. He created all four cybers to stop Eska and his army. But hey, what's the war all about then? Eska wants to get Sobik's godlike powers to create unbeatable army. To do that, he must invade the vessel realm. But why Sobik won't just destroy Eska? Is he not powerful enough? The thing is, Eska possesses the power of corruption, the psychic force, that can easily kill anyone. Though who wields that power can easily go insane without proper preparations, as corrupted disease consumes them. Sobik created 3 cybers, Rankles, Emmy and Sype, but their powers were no match for Eska's army. Sobik stole part of that corruption to create 4th, ultimate cyber, who would use Eska's weapon against Eska himself. After so many failed attempts, he finally creates Epic, the one who can withstand psychic pressure, the only one able to defeat the Dark King. There are so many little details supporting the theory. We could see all failed attempts in the vessel realm of TSOA Classic. Unit 001 and cohorts already knew about Sobik's failed attempts and meet, as they thought, another doomed to fail experimental 4th cyber along his way. Sobik has been guiding Epic to his destination. How come the rocket has been just lying around in vessel realm if not been created by Sobik to help Epic venture into space? By the way, have you noticed how Epic can enter Vesseram, presumably the dimension of creation, whenever he wants to? Solvik is so open to Epic as he is the last hope. Purple Guy is just one of the most proving one yet. He also has Psych, which is proven by him being able to shoot as Epic can, and the Epic's monologue at the end of that segment states that he might have gotten pressed by something, if not by the Psych he could not withstand. Psych might have been just kinda successful experiment with the Psych, as Creepypasta game proves, but not powerful enough, I guess. Mostly one point disproving that theory is that the war was declared when there already were 4 cybers. I simply could not fit the deal part of things in the theory. It can be just an Undertale reference and nothing else though. Now to conclude my research, just wanted to say that my theories might be only partially true. It was hell of an experience though, so cannot wait what TSOA X is going to offer. Oh wait, the what? TSOA X Lore? What the freak does that supposed to mean? Side ventures into space instead of Epic? What? Epic dies because of weather conditions? What the fuck? Side does the job for him but returns depressed? The f***? Epic unknowingly to Side respawns! Leaving cliffhanger for final, so what the actual f***?